Hey, what's up, guys? I'm RoberOnocle. I am here once again with Keeyon. What's up, Keeyon?
What's up, everyone? And as you can see by the title, we have something in store for you today.
Something edgy. No, I'm gonna stop.
Something edgy.
But
Not
yeah.
for,
What are you gonna say? I'm sorry.
not for your children.
Yeah. Close your eyes. Oh, I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna stop with that. Let's get to the point. Let's get to the point here. So death. It's a big part of games these days. It's been a big part of our games since the 70s when like Atari was around.
Well, since games really existed almost.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pong.
Yeah, Pong is Pong, but
Dying Pong.
But yeah, it's a really big part of games and everything, especially like in more story-based games. If you have like a story adventure game or an RPG, or interactive story games like like Telltale series and all that. It plays a very big role in games today and everything. So as usual, I'll start as the host. I'll ask like the guest the question. So Keeyon, what is your thoughts on death in games?
Death in video games. It can either be a chore to like get around, or it could just be something like very silly to laugh about, or something to be satisfied over. Like, say if you just like kill a villain, or like one time you have to like kill a companion who you really thought was like a big jerk and all that.
Right.
It's really something to be. It's kind of like a double-edged something. I'm just gonna call it that.
Yeah, double-edged something, cause yeah.
Double-edged something. Yeah, it adds a lot of risk to certain games, such as like the Fire Emblem franchise,
Right.
which is pretty much known for just having something called permadeath. If one of your units died, then they were gone forever, which was really something unforeseen in tactical RPGs.
Yeah, so I just feel like the early no. Fire Emblem's been around since like the 80s, because like it was on the NES, right?
Yeah, and I
the
believe
Famicom,
the
excuse me, the
second game came out
Famicom. The Famicom, I mean.
Yeah, it came out on the Famicom. It wasn't in America until 7. It's been there from the Game Boy Advance. And I think it's really started out in the 90s instead of the 80s. I'm not sure. Haven't checked.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you can educate me on this stuff, because I don't play Fire Emblem, so you can get me up to speed with that.
Yeah, Fire Emblem's had classic mode, and that's really what a lot of kind of gamers kind of like drew into it. It added like a lot of that risk to how you played and how you strategized and all the other good stuff.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, a lot of risk taking and everything.
Yeah, it is very much risk taking, because some really good units can actually die, just like pff, they're just gone. And it can sometimes be off real bad like BS, because the game uses like an RNG system. Like,
right.
Yeah, one time I missed with 99%, got hit with the 12%, and my character died, and I got mad instead of feeling like.
That sounds really infuriating.
Very infuriating. It's one of the reasons why I have a love-hate relationship with the series.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's kind of how I feel.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of background on Fire Emblem.
Yeah, permadeath and everything, and just death and everything. Like kind of like you said, it's like a double-edged something. It's a double-edged something. And I feel like death has a certain value and almost a certain standard. It depends on what the game is and what it's trying to do and everything. Of course, that's where the standard and the value is set and all that and everything. But I feel that like whatever the game's trying to achieve, it's got to be careful with it, because like if it's trying to get a message across, too little deaths, and like you're like, oh, okay. And like if it's too many, then you're like,
you just grow used to it.
Yeah, and everything, and you're expecting it, and and if death becomes just another thing in the game, then that's an issue, because you've just grown used to that stuff, and that's a problem. Everything. That means that they just lost they've lost the point, in a sense, and everything.
Yeah, it's not like just one character just dies and then the story just kind of goes on.
It's kind of like I talked to you about that one time, Majora's Mask, and everything, and how it just has like I do get it. Death plays a big part in the game story and everything, and and I don't really mind that, but it's just like I just kind of facepalm sometimes. I'm like, you guys are trying too hard, like, to just like make me feel for these characters and everything. I'm like, I kind of felt it at the beginning, but like, you know, and it kind of built up, but then it just kind of got like, okay, you guys are just, please, like.
It lost it when you told me about the Zora dude who died, like playing his guitar.
Yeah. And everything, because you know, like first in guys, if you haven't played Majora's Mask, I recommend, you know, skipping ahead. I'll probably have some little link or something like that, but
Annotation.
yeah, but you know, like deaths and everything. Like first you had the Deku Butler's son, and then it was like, who was it next? It was like
it was the Goron, right?
It was like it was the Goron guy.
No,
Then it was the Zora guy. Then it was the ghost weird dancing guy. He was supposed to be dead. What was it Cremia's dad? Cremia and Romani's dad. He was dead or something like that. And then
it was going to be everybody.
And then it just started getting like full blown retarded. Like what like it was just like
It started getting stupid.
like the Akana country and all that. You know, like we've talked about that in the past and everything. How stupid they were. Like
they attacked the bigger armies.
Yeah, let's just fight everybody. You know, even the civil wars. You know, and you know, I'm just like, you guys are just. Why are you so stupid? Like,
pray for Akana. That's all I gotta say.
I'm like, you guys are dumber than Hyrule, and Hyrule's a pretty dumb country. Like, let's be honest here. Hyrule's kind of dumb, but and their whole civil war and crap and fighting each other and all that over the Triforce, and I'm like, you guys are just doing too much. But back to the main topic, death, and all that. You know, but like I said. And you know, like with death and everything, like Borderlands and everything, because its death is meant more for humorous value. But Borderlands is another game where I started kind of laughing at the beginning of it and stuff like that. Yeah, it was kind of funny and everything. It was genuinely funny sometimes when some characters died. But then you could kind of tell that like after the further you got in, like you know, like people just started dying more. So you're just like, you know, you started growing used to it, like you were saying and everything. And then like sometimes there was like the weirdest of reasons why they were dying and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, now you're just it's just turned into edgy humor now. Like,
it's just not cool anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, now you're just killing people off just kind of for the heck of it. You know, it's not like it hurts my feelings or anything, but I'm like, you're just doing it just because you can, like, and everything.
It's losing its value,
like,
as you said before.
Yeah, and everything. But then again, though, I guess I shouldn't expect much from Randy Pitchford. But you know, because I mean, Borderlands is funny, but like But like Randy Pitchford himself, the brains by it and everything, he's not a very funny guy. Like sometimes, like he just has his moments where he's just not funny, and everything. But yeah, like, and you know, not just Majora's Mask or like Borderlands would both look for different ways that they look for different shock values, in death and everything and all that. One's looking for humor, one's looking for sympathy and all that, and everything. But I feel that can apply to virtually any game. Like if you're just, man, like, if you're just trying, like, if you're just killing a lot of people off, I'm like, okay, for whatever you're aiming to do, like, you overdid it, like.
You overdid it. It's not giving that satisfaction anymore.
And I'm not familiar with Mother 3 or anything, but I heard there's a lot of death in that too, and I probably get the same feelings. I'm like, I don't know exactly what goes on in that game or anything, but I heard there's lots and lots of death in that game too. But I'll just react the exact same way. I'm like, okay, why are you doing this? Like,
you dying. It's on purpose.
Especially as a big Earthbound fan and everything, I'm like, okay, where'd that edge come from? But
edge out of nowhere with the spear.
But yeah, and then some games sort of try to hide it in a sense, like their death and edginess, like and here we go with the Zelda again, Twilight Princess and everything. Like when it's not doing the death and all that and everything, like Twilight Princess sometimes you can kind of tell it's just trying so hard to be extra serious sometimes and everything. And I'm like, and when you look back and everything, you look back like to like Ocarina of Time and stuff like that. I mean, Ocarina of Time took itself kind of serious too, but not like extra serious. Sometimes
there was still like little silly moments in there.
Yeah, there were silly moments, and Twilight Princess has some silly moments too. But like you could just tell it was trying really hard to like make you go like, oh man, I really like this, like
it's shaping you into the edgelord.
Yeah, and everything, and like you can tell like, okay, this is Majora's Mask, but like almost worse because I can see it's trying to like hide this stuff, and you like when it's not killing people, it's just trying to be morbid, you know, or something like that. And you know that, I mean, being morbid is not a substitute for like death or anything like that. Like that's easy to spot, you know, and everything, because you know, like I said, the whole death and everything, like it just becomes edgy, like you know, and everything.
It becomes edgy. People just died just for the sake of just darkness, you know?
Yeah, like I'm like, you know, like I said, when you look at Zelda and everything, you look back at like Oracle games, all these really colorful Zelda games that Link to the Past, and you know, like Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time. Like you look at all these games and you look at Twilight Princess over there, and you're like, what's your problem, dude?
I'm expecting someone to die in Twilight Princess.
Yeah, not that I don't think many people actually like really die in Twilight Princess, but again, it's just really morbid, and that's a substitute for death, and they're not fooling anybody. So you know,
nothing at all.
Yeah, I mean, especially, you know, like, what is it, like, over 10 years later, like, yeah, you're not fooling anybody, like, you're not putting a lot of death, but you're still being really morbid, and that's easy to, like I said, it's easy to spot.
Easy to spot. Yeah.
And everything. I'm like, and that's one reason why I didn't really feel for its story too much. I'm like, Nintendo, I love Zelda, love it to death, but
some of the things you do.
Some of the things you do.
Bring the question.
Right,
the question of why.
But anyway, I've been holding this conversation for like 7 minutes hostage. Like, you want to say anything? You want to say anything?
Well, I kind of want to go to like something else. It's more of a me thing again. It's like pretty much my favorite video game of all time, which is Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
That is your favorite game of all time?
Agree with me? Yeah, it is actually.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. I guess I just have like some sort of huge bias, but I've just like never really loved the game before as I love that game. I don't know why exactly.
Right. I mean, as with most games that are our favorites, we typically have some sort of bias towards it anyway. I have sort of a bias towards Earthbound, albeit I put it in its place, and when it's yeah, and I mean I still address its issues, but to have a favorite game of all time, you're gonna have to throw some bias in there. But that's not what this conversation is about. Continue.
One of the most like shocking things in the game was when I thought that the character Maya Fey, Phoenix Wright's assistant, was dead when she had to like take the place to rescue the one girl named Espella Cantabella. And she had gotten to like the cage thing, and she was dropped into the fire, and I thought she was dead because usually like, you know, that's what they do in the witch trials. They put the people on trial, and if they're declared guilty, then they get shot into the fire down below and they get killed.
Right.
And that was going to be a very, very huge turning point for the game from what I would have thought. But then later on, they pulled a bamboozle. Like when Phoenix Wright and Luke, when they were gone without like Layton and Maya, they went back to the courtroom and they actually inspected the like where they go to drop the witches. And in there isn't actually like a full pit of fire. It's just somewhere where the witches can like go and escape, and they go, I forget what happened, but they don't actually die.
So it's a fake out, and you
yeah, it's a fake out.
Yeah.
You cannot do a fake out if you're going to kill a character, in my opinion. It really just draws away from a lot of the like, you know, it draws away from the shock value.
Yeah, because then you're just like, why did you have me sit in here and think about that for, especially if it goes on for a long time, like, why did you just have me sit there and worry about this character and just get really, you know, PO'd about it and all that and everything.
Right, because Maya Fey is just like a really likable character throughout the Phoenix Wright games, and to just kill her like that really brought something on to me.
And you know what?
Maya, no.
And you know something I noticed, everything, like Uncharted actually does that too many times. I mean,
really?
I love Uncharted and everything, but like something I actually noticed, like through all 4 games, like they actually pull out fake outs several times and everything. Especially Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4 was like the biggest event. I don't want to spoil it for anybody or anything like that, but all those games are fantastic. I do really like the Uncharted. Well, Uncharted 1 was okay, but
but the HD remaster.
HD remaster made it a little better, but Uncharted 1 to me was just still okay. But I love the Uncharted series a lot and everything, but I don't like how there's at least one fake out in every game. Like, I don't like that or anything. Or if it's not really a fake out, it just has you like worry too much, you know?
If worry a bit too much, like, oh god, this character's gonna die, aren't they?
Yeah, and everything. Like, it does that a lot. I'm like a Naughty Dog, I like you, but you know, like that was didn't really like that. And like I said, the fact that they did that like at least once in every game, like I didn't like that. It's the one thing like
it brings up a lot of suspense.
Yeah,
that suspense kills
it's
you.
artificial suspense, and like you don't know it until like the last moment, and then you get really annoyed by it. You know, like really.
Right, it annoys the crap out of the player.
It's kind of like, and I'm not gonna say who it is, but like a certain character, my favorite character in the Uncharted series, supposedly dies in Uncharted 3. And you know, like back in like, I was like, this was like back in 2013. I was like, what? No! You know, like everything. I got really upset. And then like, it was like 20 minutes later. It's like, I'm actually alive. I'm like, really, really?
Oh my god.
Everything. And of course, that's a bit more personal because it's my favorite character and all that. But still, like, you just shouldn't go out and do that. Like.
No, I'm pretty sure I just like deduced who your favorite character was.
Yeah.
I knew it. But yeah, you can't fake out too much. If you just fake out throughout like the entire series, then you're gonna get a lot of lash.
Yeah, one fake out already deals a lot of damage, to be honest. Like, it already does a lot. Because you're like, ugh. Because, I mean, like, at a story game, like, that doesn't work. Like, that doesn't work. It's a story-based game, and, like, why are you tampering with it? Like...
Right. Like, Leighton versus Wright. Maya wasn't the only character who was going to supposedly die. It was also Professor Layton himself.
Yeah.
Because he was turned into a statue. But no, that was a fake out too, and everybody made it out okay.
Everything. I don't like if you're like, I'm thinking like, if you're gonna kill off a character, just kill off the character. Like, don't. It's honestly like, it's already unsatisfying to see a good character die, but to see them come back and just be tricked that you think they've died, like, that's almost infuriating. Because like, you're like, why did you just do that?
Don't saddle me with all these unnecessary emotions.
Yeah. And then you're making your story artificially. That's a word I'm using a lot. Artificially better. And it makes it artificially better, you know, in a sense. And you know, once you identify that artificial betterness to it and all that, then it just goes away because you're just lying. Like, stop.
Right, you're just getting lied to. Like,
yeah.
Come on, why you gotta lie to me? Nobody likes getting lied to.
And that's just filler because, like, why? Everything is like, it's like, you know, you get sidetracked for a while worrying about this character and everything, and then well, let's get back to the main story again because that person is actually no, and everything. And by the way, we're getting closer to the 19-minute mark, so we might want to end this off soon.
Yeah. Let's start wrapping it up.
Yeah, so let's wrap this up. But yeah, guys, that is our thoughts on death in games and everything. I hope you hope you liked it. I liked this conversation. I don't know about Keeyon, or you liked it? Yeah, you liked it? Okay, we're A-okay. But yeah, guys, hope you really enjoyed that. So I'm RoberOnocle, and this was Keeyon, and we will see you guys next time.
Well, later.
But that's not what this conversation is about. Continue.
Yeah.
Wait, what just...
Kind of lagged out a bit.
Oh, okay. We can cut that out. Alright.
Wait, so am I talking?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I put you on, mirror. You were going to talk about Phoenix, right? But then I said something.
Yeah. Professor Layton Sorry. You lagged a lot and threw me off.
Oh, yeah. That's internet things. Alright, you can go.